you about everything that she does and everything that she is. And thank you so much for having me here, Wendy.
You're welcome,
Thank
Connie.
you.
Well, what drives me is actually I keep myself inspired every day to just help others that can't be helped. The Caribbean market is a very small market that cannot be on the international scene. So that helps me to get them here and get them to the international market so they could get their stuff shown on the runway. And they shut this place down tonight.
Yes,
Trust
they did.
me.
Yes, they did.
It was amazing.
Yes, they did. So tell me, I know that you give back. Tell me about how you give back to the community, to the people that may not be able to pay you back.
I do a lot of charity work. When I go to my hometown, I work for free, help the models, help the girls. I always go to the homes, the children's home, and I give whatever I can. So for me, it's always giving back. I have my friend who's here, who's a lupus carrier. I'm helping her get money to help her, and that's free. Me, whatever I can do to help my friends and anyone around me, I do.
I'm here with Allison Brown, world-renowned fashion photographer. He works with Miss Sophia Davis, and they are just, oh my God, oh my God. Allison, thank you so much for agreeing to talk with me.
Thank you.
I just have one question for you.
Sure.
What advice would you give a young person who is trying to do what you do, trying to be successful in their craft?
Well, mainly I would tell people it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, a lot of research, and at times to really believe in yourself. Because when it comes to photography, like it comes with anything that you do, belief in oneself is more important than almost anything else. Because there's going to be times when some people don't believe in you, when they tell you that what you're doing is wrong, but you have to believe that what you're doing is right, and also recognize your own mistakes. I find this a challenge every day, to be honest. You know, because
Life is a challenge.
it
right?
is. Life is a challenge, and my challenge is always to figure out how to make what I'm doing better.
Okay.
You know, how to find new ways, new techniques. You know, what I tell people is when you take a picture, that every picture that you take should tell a story.
Okay.
There has to be a story behind it. Someone can see it in the eyes. As Sophia now says, I brought her into the shadow.
Okay.
Because for me, I like shadow. And people need to understand that shadows don't happen, but you have to create shadows from light. So
right.
the amount,
If there's no light, there's no shadow.
if there's no light, there's no shadow.
Right, okay.
And so that's the one thing people need to understand, and you can create a good shadow. And that's what my challenge is, to figure out who I am as a photographer.
I love that.
And not the next person.
Because you can't leave you out of it.
You can't.
Or it wouldn't be you.
It's not you.
Right.
You know, everything that you do needs to show who you are.
If you could give one piece of advice to a young man or a young woman who would seek to follow in your footsteps, what would you tell them?
I would definitely say be true to what you want to do. Don't let anybody else try to change your mind or spoil your dream. Definitely work hard on your passion. No one else can give it to you except yourself. And you got to stay dedicated. It's going to be a tough road, but if you stay true to it, you'll definitely come true.
Okay. Tell me how you got your start.
I actually got my start. I just jumped into it. I enjoyed fashion. I'm an architect by training, by profession, but I really liked fashion, and I created a 10-piece line for people who like to ride motorcycles. I do a lot of stuff in leather, and I researched and found a fashion show, Small Boutique Fashion Week, and I signed up and I auditioned and I got in the show. And the rest is history.
I'm here with KEIANA Bryant. She hails from St. Louis, Missouri, all the way in the Big Apple for the last 5 years. Okay, she was wonderful tonight, really blew me away. KEIANA, how did you get started in modeling?
Oh, I used to model when I was like in my 3 or 4, but what grew me to modeling because it was like I was in a relationship, and after the relationship, it was like, Lord, where I was supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, God.
And I always wanted to do my modeling, so I just trained myself and I just did it. And they told me I was too short to do it. So that what really gave me the motivation to be a model.
When they tell you no, what advice do you have for somebody?
When somebody tell you no, nobody can't tell you what you can't do, what you good at or nothing. If that's what you want to do, you push for it, you go for it, you believe in yourself. I believe that it's not about, the height, weight, or size. It's about can you sell that garment. Because some models think it's about them, and it's not about us. It's about can you sell that garment. So when I walk in, all in my head is selling a garment.
Wow, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. She is the brainchild behind Fashion Avenue News, and she has actually 2 other magazines. I'm going to let her tell you about it.
Yes, I'm Sophia Davis, editor-in-chief of Fashion Avenue News, Model World, and the Fashion Dynasty.
Tell us a little bit about what the magazines are about.
Fashion Avenue is a high-end luxury brand magazine, and then Model World focuses on models and their world that they live in, what models like, what they like to do. The Fashion Dynasty is a lifestyle publication where it covers travel, you know, different things. The other 2 are more focused on either fashion or modeling.
I'm so humbled to meet you. I really am.
I have challenges every day. It's always something. It's always somebody new. It's always somebody this or somebody that, or people that don't believe in your brand. You're going to get all of that. But the point is, you believe in your brand. It's not about others. It's about what you believe in. And that way, you can make it happen when you believe.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so honored to meet you, and thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
I tell people and I tell everybody, based upon where I'm at right now, is to always pursue your dreams and never be afraid to fail. I find a lot of people get scared and they get caught up in their own ego and fears to not do what they want to do. Right now, I'm editor-in-chief of Fashion Dynasty magazine. I've been a brand ambassador, I've been a model, I've been a runway coach, I've been a designer, I've been a pastry chef, I'm a director of a nonprofit organization. Yes, I'm a pastry chef. I actually have a couple of my items on the table. I design shoes made out of sugar. I'm like the only one in the fashion industry who actually designs stiletto shoes and shoes made out of sugar. My strong advice I tell to everybody is don't be afraid to fail. I find some people get so scared to say something and they put their own stipulation against them. Either I'm too fat, I'm too tall, I'm too scared, I'm too black, I'm too white. They're not gonna like me. Tonight, I was a host for the Coiffeur Styles on Runway. This is the first time I ever done it, and first time ever hosting in my life. I was nervous, but it's one of those things you just gotta do it.
Right.
And you're gonna keep doing it, and I tell people practice makes practice. Practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes practice. Because the more you practice it, it becomes your practice.
Right, oh my God, that's so great. Okay, I'm here with Angela from Crochet Divas, and she told me that her designs this evening were all about the neck. Tell us about that.
Well, for this spring collection, I named the spring collection Flutter. It was all about the neck. As you can see, many of the designs had necks. There was a lot of ruffles, playfulness about it. I also extended the ruffles to the bottom of some of the dresses. It's just a comfortable wear for every woman, regardless of whatever size that you are.
Right, you achieved what you set out to do.
Yes, I did.
I agree. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Congratulations. One question. If you had some advice to give to some young hot man trying to follow in your footsteps, what would you tell him?
One advice I will give to young guys and basically up-and-coming models is to do your homework. Do your homework before you get yourself in this situation, in this industry, because as glamorous as it may look, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, determination, a lot of obstacles, ups and downs, and it's very important to be able to know what you're getting yourself into. Believe in yourself, study the craft, study what you're getting yourself into, and execute it.
This is my dream, this is my passion of being a makeup artist. I just love my craft, I love what I do. The best part is seeing everybody's face at the end and saying, wow, oh my God, this is so amazing. That's the best feeling ever. And then actually sitting down with somebody and letting them know every product, how to use it, where to apply it, and that's just amazing.
I think there's something to be said in helping people to feel beautiful, right?
Yes, yes. Every woman has to feel the confidence, and with a little bit of makeup, they feel that confidence. But women need to know that they do not have to wear makeup to feel confident and to feel beautiful. Yes, it's inside, it's skin deep.
How did you actually get started in modeling?
Well, basically, like I was saying before, a friend of mine told me I got the look, I got the face, everything. She's like, you know what, you should go to a casting call. And I went, and it's been history ever since. I've been modeling for about 3 years now. It's fun, I love it. I love the attention. That's the only time I become conceited is when I'm doing fashion shows and stuff, but it's fun. I like people to look at me. But, you know, I'm humble, but when it comes to the runway, I'm like, so.
Okay,
yeah.
I was going to ask you, other than being on the runway, is it important to be humble?
Yeah, Yeah, as a model, because I'm a model, I'm an actor, I have a radio show, and I tell people, even when I get to that point where I'm financially good with my modeling brand, it's not gonna change me as a person.
You won't forget where you came from?
No, never, because money doesn't change you, enhance you. It shouldn't change you. It should just make your life better. That's about it.
Right. It takes a special kind of person to really model because you can be thrown in any sort of circumstance and you have to kind of be ready for it.
You kind of got to stand on your convictions even as a model.
That too, because there's some people who throw opportunities at you. And of course it will seem tempting, but if you read the fine print, it may not be all what you signed up for.
Right. Hi guys, I'm here with Amethyst, and his designs just literally knocked me out. I really wanted to be somewhere on the beach flowy. So tell me, what was the inspiration for your designs? What were you trying to achieve?
The collection this year was all about sexiness, realness, classiness, but also having just a little bit of edge. Really, the whole collection was based on taking the women from the beach right into the dining room. So all the pieces that you saw, you can actually kind of separate it and wear one of the pieces to a beach cover. Yeah, put on a pair of heels or blinged out sandals and a bit of jewelry and go right to the dining room.
I love it, I love it. Double duty. We always like to multitask, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Actually, to tell you the truth, I don't even really consider myself as a designer. I consider myself an artist. And as an artist, I can create anything that I want that has movement. It's all about movement for me because we are always moving. So therefore, I think that clothes should always have the type of movement that women need. There are a lot of clothes that are being designed that have so much restriction for women. And I think we live in a world today where we need the freedom. We need to have the freedom of movement. We need to have the freedom of speech.
How did you get into modeling?
Actually, I started when I was 17 and I was way far from modeling. I was really a tomboy, to be honest with you. But a designer just saw me and he was like, you need to get into that. I was like, okay, let's try it. I asked my parents, they were like, my dad wasn't really into that, but my mom was like, go for it, my baby. So I tried it and I really loved it.
Well, the support of your parents was helpful.
That helped me a lot in my self-confidence and self-esteem, because when I was younger, being the tallest everywhere, it was not that easy.
I know about that. I'm a little tall.
I'm 6'1", and it wasn't easy. People was like trying to, to make fun or whatever.
Always asking you, do you play basketball? Right?
Oh my God, all the time.
Tell me what you enjoy about modeling the most.
I don't know, it's like a lot of adrenaline just before to get on the stage. And when I'm on the stage, I just forget about all my problem, everything. I'm just looking fabulous and I like it.
Sounds peaceful.
Exactly.
What advice would you have for someone, an up-and-coming person that wants to be where you are?
Don't stop. Keep pushing. A lot of people are gonna come at you, but you gotta have that defeat, and you have to know what you want, and you gotta stay focused.
Great.
Thank you
so much. Oh my God, I love you.
Thank you.